trust for this opportunity to lead this great organization. I'm not going to be as succinct as Colonel Priest, and probably not near as organized as I've come to appreciate over these last several years. So please allow me to, or indulge me a little bit as I work to get through this over the next several minutes. But also thank you to the rest of the staff for being here. It's great to see you guys this morning. Patty, thanks for coming out. To my brethren on the Army side. Rob, I will tell you that a couple years ago when I went down to the Joint Staff, or the Air Staff as it were, I wasn't really looking forward to that. But people like you, and especially getting to work alongside of you during that time, it really meant a lot to me. I know that they helped me grow as an individual and better prepare me for this experience, and I gained a friend along the way, so thank you for being here. There's a ridiculous amount of people that I would like to thank today. There's just not enough time to do that, but I would like to speak to a few individuals that are representative of so many that have helped me get to this point in my life, some of whom are in the crowd today. I see that General Cato and General Hunter there. General Hunter, also known as my work mom, she likes to call herself, and the late Rick Hunter, my work dad, as it were. Three of them were instrumental in my development as a young airman. Often having to tolerate a little more out of me than I think that they wanted to, but certainly it did not diminish their emphasis on my development and making sure that I had the opportunities in front of me to challenge myself and be more prepared as I continued on. So thank you guys for that. I see Artie over here. He's my first and worst landlord. It's a little private joke, but also a great pilot. A lot of history between us. Both my brother David and I got to fly with Artie many times. So thank you for being here today. I'm honored and humbled to be standing before all of you. This is an overwhelming experience. As Colonel Priest said, much like him, I joined at 18 years old as an airman basic, and after really 31 years this month, it was October 18th of 1994. It's a tremendous honor. The first thing I'll say to the wing, and I'll come back to you in a little bit, is you're going to get 100% of me every single day. I guarantee you that. And Chief King behind me and by my side, he guarantees that as well. You're going to get the best of us every single day, and you can count on that. To General Cochran, thank you, sir. I appreciate all your kind words, your mentorship and support, and your patience, obviously, with me over the last couple of years is greatly appreciated. My time working for you at headquarters opened my eyes to a lot of things, and I'm grateful for that and for the work you put into me to help me be prepared for this opportunity. There's obviously several other folks here that I need to pay tribute to and express my gratitude to. As General Cochran said, none of us gets to where we are in our service without the love and support of so many people. That list is long and deep for me. You can see I've got quite an entourage here, right, as Colonel Priest would say. So I would like to walk through, and I'll start with one of my best friends, Beth. I'm so happy that you can make it today. You've been just a tremendous supporter for me over the years. There's two people I can count on in my life to tell me the absolute truth, no matter what that was. One is Beth, and the other one is my beautiful wife in the front row. So thank you, Beth, for always allowing me to bend your ear, telling me what I needed to hear, and being honest. I'm so grateful that I took that job from you 20 years ago. I've got a large family, and most of them are here today. My mom is in the front row, and Mom, I'm not sure if you noticed this or not, but two of your former students are over here, and Father McDonough was kind enough to drop a little brothers, it's not the easiest thing in the world to grow up the youngest of 6 children. Although my brother Michael would tell you I had it easy. That's 100% not true. Living in the shadow of just some awesome human beings and great men. I wish I could spend some time talking about each and every one of you. But just know that I love you all. And I'm so glad we could be here together to celebrate, to share this time together. You're all so important to me. And thank you, David, for dragging me up here 31 years ago to see Marty Chestnut. So if anybody has a complaint about my service, you can talk to Lieutenant Colonel Switzer, who's sitting in the second row over here. To my mother and father-in-law, Pam and Wade Thompson, I really hit the jackpot when I finally convinced Courtney to marry me all those years ago. And they're just outstanding individuals, so patient and kind and supportive and always ready to lend a hand to take care of those things that, I couldn't get to because, like Colonel Priest said, I've spent a tremendous amount of time away from home. So thank you both very much for everything that you've done. And to my sisters-in-law, Ashley, Kim, Dana, thank you for being here. My nieces, Micah, Morgan, my main man, Max. I won't talk too much longer so you can get to your soccer game, whatever it is you got going on today, but thank you guys for being here as well. And then finally, and most importantly, the one person that matters most to me in my entire life, and I'm going to have to hit the pause button. It's hard to do this when you can't see all the people you want to thank, and obviously 2 people that are missing today are our sons Thomas and James. So Thomas is probably in the air somewhere over the Midwest on his way back from BYU because he's a proud member of the West Virginia University equipment team that supports the football team, so he was out west. And then our son James is down south in coastal Carolina doing all the great things that we know he's doing. And I'm so proud of both of them. I wish they were here to share in this. They have sacrificed a tremendous amount, but I'm proud of what they're doing. And on to my bride, you are literally the world's greatest. Thank you for everything and all the sacrifices. You're the strongest woman I know. You have to be in order to put up with everything that you had to put up with these last 20-some years. But you're absolutely the reason I'm here. And you're the reason I continue doing what I'm doing. I love you. Colonel Priest, so 6 years ago you took the stage over there. You charged the wing with being ready, respectful, and responsive, and simply telling our airmen that it is our responsibility to be good at our jobs and be ready to go, be ready to deploy. And there was a brilliance in that simple statement: be good at your job and be ready to deploy. And those values of ready, respectful, responsive continue to resonate within this wing. Your leadership and the way that the wing has performed over the last 6 years under your command has been exceptional. I know I'm better for having served with you both as a subordinate commander and as a teammate, and I know that every member of this wing is better. So I'm grateful to that service that you provided, your leadership, your mentorship, your friendship. And to the airmen of the 130th Airlift Wing, much like my predecessor, Colonel Priest, I'll keep this simple and talk about 3 things, but I want to begin with our vision that we will be the world's premier airlift wing, providing the most capable, qualified, and professional airmen to our nation and to our state, ready to go. We will do that by focusing on 3 areas: ready airmen, airman development, and mission execution. You heard Colonel Priest talk about the importance of being ready. And in the Air Force, what sets us aside from every other service and our joint partners and our international partners is how important the technical expertise is to us at every level. You heard General Cochran talk about Colonel Preece being a C-130 qualified evaluator pilot all the way up until the present day. That's not something that happens across the services in terms of being at that tactical, operational, and strategic level all at the same time. It's unique to us. And that tells us that that's where we must start. We must understand what it fundamentally means to be ready. That it is not just checking a box, it's not just completing a task, it is a mindset, it's a mentality, it's a commitment. And what it means to every single airman in this organization is that we are qualified, proficient, and working towards mastery of our craft. Every single one of us. And then that sets the stage for everything else we do in this organization, regardless of the changing environment and regardless of the challenge in front of us. Second, we must develop our airmen. That's a broad concept, and Colonel Preece and General Chard and Chief Williams, I think, set us on a path some years ago to really dive deep into what we do with that, and you can certainly see all the fruits of that. It's more important now than ever, because as General Cochran said, the world is changing, the enemy changes, the dynamics change, the way we wage war changes, the technology changes, and so we must stretch ourselves. We have to stretch our airmen. We have to provide those opportunities, challenging opportunities, so that we can grow and succeed and be adaptive to what is happening around us. We must be prepared to lean into those challenges, because this is West Virginia and that's what we do. We see every challenge as an opportunity, and we crush the opportunities that are in front of us. We also must be prepared to embrace failure under the right circumstances and learn from that failure. We cannot fear that we're going to fail and then fail to act. We must act and assume the risk at the appropriate level and embrace that mindset so that we continue to grow. And with those two things in mind, the third and the most important thing is that we execute the mission at the highest level. We prepare for war so that we don't have to go to war. And if you don't think that our enemies are watching how we prepare, they are. It fundamentally matters what we do every single day we put on this uniform and how we get ready to get after what our mission is. We must be relentless in that pursuit, uncompromising in holding to the standards that we value across the board from E1 to 06 within this organization, having high expectations for ourselves and for others. And if we do that, if we keep our focus on those three areas, I promise you that when that call comes, whether it's from the President, the Secretary of the War Department, the combatant commander, the governor, the TAG, one of our many partners, or any of our local communities that we strive to support, we will be ready to go. Thank you.